guys, welcome to Project Homestead. We're just out walking. Oh, did you guys get rained on? So Mama entered little Joey. And then there's a Mama over there and she got a Joey in her pouch. That's why she's hanging low. So today, Macy, are you gonna help me make pie?
Oh yeah.
We're making pie today. Lots of pie, lots of pie. We're gonna make our apple cheddar cheese pie, apple cheddar pie, banoffee, caramely like banana-y pie. And that is what we're going to be doing today here at Project Homestead. Look at these beautiful purple leaves.
Ooh.
And look at them, like how they arch over, like right there. It's very pretty.
I love purple.
I like to pretend I'm like walking on my land and looking at my homestead where I'm not. All right, we're gonna do banoffee. We're gonna do it with this sweetened condensed milk. And then I got that and that. So this is one pie. I'm gonna do an apple pie. All right, first we're gonna open a whole bunch of these. These first two pies that I'm gonna do are the like caramel banana pie and the apple pie. I really want to do this apple pie. It's an apple cheese pie. Apple cheddar. But I'm just going to get this first pie out of the way so that I can feel like I've done something and been productive. All right, butter and biscuits are in. I'm going to blend them up. There you go. It's gonna hold together quite nicely. So let's get it in a tart dish. All right, we got all of our pie dishes. We pour about half in this one, half in this one. So we're just going to go ahead and push these down like this. And these are the same crusts that I'm going to use for these two different pies. This one's going to be like the banana banoffee kind of pie. This one is going to be a pie that we're going to make up as we go. We're going to call it a lamington pie. A lamington is an Australian dessert. It's a cake. It's a vanilla cake. I believe it's like a vanilla sponge cake. And it is covered in chocolate and coconut. I'm really glad that I'm starting with these pies because they're so easy. I'm gonna be able to quickly whip them up and it's gonna make me feel like good, like I haven't wasted my whole entire day. So yeah, which I haven't wasted my day. I've been spending my day with my husband getting some last minute Christmas shopping done and getting some shoes that he needs for work, etc., which has been really nice because I don't feel like I get to spend enough time with him. And so that was nice. But in terms of getting things done in the kitchen, I feel like I'm really far behind. Now I'm gonna try a trick that I saw online, and that is to boil a can of sweetened condensed milk for 2 hours underwater. And it's supposed to turn into caramel. I've never tried this before, but I'm gonna try it for one of my pie bases and see how we go. How am I gonna do this though? I don't really have a pot that is big enough to boil on the induction. Actually, maybe I do. Let me just clean up from breakfast. I'm kind of wondering whether I could do that in an Instant Pot actually. Okay, so according to Google, I can put this in the Instapot. So what I'm going to do, take off the wrapper, and then I'm going to submerge it in here for 40 minutes, and then I'm going to quick release it, and then put it in cool water so that it can cool down and I can use it in my pie. I'm just going to make sure it's submerged underwater. So that's not quite enough water, so we're going to put a little bit more water in there. Okay, now we've got our can of sweetened condensed milk in there. Okay, got our lid on. Now let's do manual for 40 minutes. Okay. All right. We're gonna make our crust for our pumpkin pie and our apple pie. So I'm gonna double this recipe. I don't know if I actually can double it, yeah? So it calls for 2.5 cups of flour. I'm gonna do 5 cups of flour. And this is a half a cup, so I'm gonna obviously do 10. Some sugar, salt and sugar. I'm not gonna measure these out. Cinnamon. Alright, I'm supposed to use 2 sticks of butter, but I don't really know how much this is that's going to be on this or whatever, so we're just going to guess and say half of this butter. Okay, I've got some cold water with ice, and I'm going to do 7 tablespoons.
What age were you?
To university. Yeast. I'm not sure I did this dough right because it was really crumbly and it was actually really hard to get it to form together in a ball, but I don't usually make my own pie crust, so I think it's just going to be a trial and error thing for me. Once I was finished making the pie crust, I realized they were kind of warm, so instead of working with them straight away, I decided to put them in tinfoil. I didn't have saran wrap, so I used tinfoil, and then I put them in the refrigerator while I went ahead and worked on some other things just to help the pie crust get a little bit colder. While I was waiting for the pie crust to cool down in the refrigerator, I went ahead and got started peeling my Granny Smith apples. I peeled a total of 10. I really don't enjoy coring apples, so I have this apple corer, and it also cuts them into, well, it slices them into big slices. So I'm going to go ahead and core it, and then I'm going to cut each of these slices of apple in half. I think that's a really good amount for my apple pie. So I'm going to set that aside, and we will turn that into the filling in just a moment. Oop. Our caramel is done, our Instapot caramel. So let's just release that. I'm going to melt some butter down, and I'm going to add some sugar, and I'm going to kind of caramelize it and then add some flour after I add the sugar to the butter and make it kind of like a thick, creamy pie filling consistency. Last time I made this pie, the apples didn't cook down all the way when they baked in the oven, so I'm going to go ahead and cook them, I guess you could say al dente for lack of better words, like cook them halfway until they lose that crunch, but they still have a bit of that uncooked texture, and then bake them in the oven once I've hit that texture on the stove first. Caramel right there. Now you need to be very careful because Google says that this can explode on you, so do not open it while it's hot. I've got this leftover ice water right here, and I'm going to just stick this can carefully straight into this ice water right here. We're just going to let her sit for a minute. Get this pie crust out. In this pie crust, I'm going to be using this vintage cheese. I think it's like a cheddar. You see me shaking this hand? Jeez. That is not cute. Not cute at all. I'm going to chop off a little piece of this cheese, like so. Going to keep that to the side, and we're going to roll this dough out. But we're constantly stirring, coming over and stirring our apples, which are cooking down nicely. Now, I'm going to roll out this dough. I've wanted to do this last year. I was too afraid, but this year we're doing it. I think YouTube is giving me the courage to just do something crazy. I don't know, because we'll fold it over like that. And then we'll grate some more cheese on here, and we'll fold this over. Again, being careful not to cut ourselves. Definitely don't want any finger in our pie dough. This way, push it down, and I'm going to grate one more little bit of cheese on here, straight into the bread and straight into the pie crust. When I make this recipe again, I will triple the cheese amount and just keep folding and folding it into the crust because it was really nice, but not quite enough of that flavor. It just gave it a really good umami flavor in the crust. It was amazing. We're rolling out this much pie dough, pie crust. So we're going to take some of this. We're going to put this in the refrigerator actually while we work with this other piece. I want a nice thin crust, because I want it to be nice and flaky. And I can see the little pieces of cheese in there, which is so interesting. We're just going to take it with a rolling pin and roll it right over the top, like so. Like so. And if you can see, I mean, it's not yellow cheddar. Let me actually just turn you guys around. You can see the little pieces of cheese throughout the crust. So we're just going to go ahead and push this down so that we have a nice crust. So I'm just going to stick this into the freezer for just a moment while we finish our apple filling. I'm gonna have to get out the big O salt because I can't put my little container. Just a little bit, I think, will go a long way. Just a little sprinkle, just a little bit. Let's try that out. Oh yeah, that salt. That brought it all together. Just adding some more ice so that I can really cool down this caramel mixture, and so I don't explode it onto myself. Because you got to be careful with this. Google says not to open it until it has completely cooled. I'm gonna listen to Google on this one. I'm gonna listen to Google. I usually buy my apple pie crust, so I'm kind of not sure how this is gonna turn out. I want to start doing things more from scratch though, so I'm definitely interested to see how this is gonna turn out. I hope it turns out well. Okay. Now I'm going to cut little tiny strips. I kind of want to see if I can take some strips and make something cute with it. Something a little fancy. There we go. Okay, we've got a very cold pie crust here. So we will move our lettuces, fill our pie crust up with our filling. Oh yeah, look at that. Goodness, yum. This is going to be very good. I've kind of mixed a whole bunch of different pie recipes and recipes that I already did in the past with the filling. The pie crust, I'll link down below the recipe that I use. I just added cheese to it. The filling, I kind of went off a couple different recipe ideas and whatnot. So there we go. Yum. All right. Now let's do our other side. And then we're going to lay over our lettuce. like that. And then we'll put them over. Back over, Red Rover. And then we're going to take the other ones and we're going to put those over now. Then put that back over. It's very messy. I've never been able to make a really super pretty pie, but usually they're tasty. So that's what we really care about. Again, I am not an expert at this part of the pie. I'm just kind of pinching right now, and I'll try to make some sort of rhyme or reason out of the look of this pie as soon as I pinch it all the way around. It's kind of looking a little worse for wear. Let's move that dough out of the way. There's something kind of beautiful about a homemade pie.
Ooh, pie.
Yeah, does it look like a pie?
Yeah, it does actually. It definitely looks like an apple pie.
It is an apple pie. There we go, guys. There is our cheddar apple pie. So let's pop it in the oven. I'm kind of thinking I should bake that on top of something because I have a feeling it's going to bubble over the top. So put this in there and stick the pie on top of this. All right, now we're gonna get started on the ganache. So we're gonna be using this in our banoffee caramely kind of pie. So I just have the butter in there and I melted that a bit with the chocolate chips and then I added a bit of cream until I got this nice smooth consistency. All right, guys, it's the moment of truth for our caramel. I think it's going to be good enough for me to open safely. So let's go ahead and give this a go. Let's open our can. I'm gonna stand back a little because I'm nervous. Okay, we're safe. Oh wow, it totally worked. Look at that, guys. Wow. We're gonna get ourselves some bananas. This is gonna be the easiest pie ever.
And I bet it's gonna be really good too.
It's gonna be delicious, buddy. Delicious. I love really easy pies that you can just kind of throw together. It's just such an easy little quick dessert that it just makes Thanksgiving prep that much easier. Let's just get all these little strings off because those are not yummy in a pie. It's gonna take a minute and do that. All right. Then I'm just gonna heap these bananas onto here. Look at this Instapot caramel, guys. Like, that is amazing. Look at the texture. We're gonna put this straight on here and then we'll smooth it in and I'll show you what we're gonna do next. Wow. Oh my goodness, this is so easy. This was just, I mean, caramel takes a bit of time, you know? So this is just like a cheat. Such a wonderful little cheat too. Let's taste this. I'm gonna taste it. Good. I will salt it though. I'm glad I tasted that because I want to salt it for sure. Yum. That is beautiful. Hamish, you want to come taste the Instapot caramel?
Yeah?
Is that
I
good?
agree, good.
Gonna eat the rest of it? It's good, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Lightly.
Ew, so.
This pie with the ganache, and we're gonna put it in the refrigerator. Take this ganache straight over the top. It's not beautiful, but I think it's gonna taste good. Also, just gonna take a teeny bit of salt and just put it over the top, barely. Just ever so slightly, like that. And then tomorrow we'll do some whipped cream on that, and it'll be done. Okay, time for the turkey now. It's frozen, and so I'm a little bit nervous because I have to have this baked up by tonight. So let's see how we go. I'm really nervous. I'm not gonna get this cooked in time. I wanted to thaw it overnight out on the counter, but Google told me not to do that. I didn't. Okay, it's saying 425 Fahrenheit, which is 218 Celsius. Since I'm not in America, I am in Australia, I'm going to go with Celsius. Okay, so, and she goes, wish me luck. I'm afraid. I'm not gonna season it until I get it out the next time. Oh my gosh. All right, I've done that now. All right, I'm gonna try and get the lights up on the Christmas tree right now. That's my one from last year. Every year we get a Christmas ornament. This is my one from last year. Isn't it pretty? Macy's got broken. You're gonna have to see if you can find it again.
Mine was a cat.
Yours was a plushing cat.
Yeah.
So
A beautiful plushie.
lights are first. Okay, I can hear the turkey sizzling away. We are going to get her out. Just trying to make it so that it won't burn my counter. Okay, there we go. That should be good. All right, let's get the turkey. Oh, hey. So that's a 4-cup right there. So I'm going to do 2 cubes in there. But a little bit of warm water here. I'm so nervous about this turkey. Like, I bought it a couple days ago, and I did not realize that I needed to defrost it for 3 days. I've never done a turkey before. I'm going to have to put foil on it though. Till the very end, I think. All right. Let's pour this over the top. This is the wine I'm gonna use. This is the wine I'm gonna use to cook the turkey in. It's supposed to have really good flavor, and so yeah. I'm guessing this is an Australian brand because there's a kangaroo on. Oh, it says Australia right there. Anyways, there we go. All right, so we got our turkey here. I've just realized there's nothing inside of the turkey. Like, you know, you pull out that bag, there's nothing in there. I don't know, I don't get it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour some white wine over the top, and then we're gonna stick some more butter, I guess, on it, and I'm gonna cover it. I'm gonna season it too. So let's do this together, shall we? Got our wine here. I'm just gonna pour it over the top like this. I'm gonna season with some thyme. Let's put that all over. I'm gonna do a lot because this is a big bird, a very big bird. I'm so intimidated, guys. I'm so intimidated by cooking this turkey. I'm scared, I'm not gonna lie. I'm afraid it's not gonna taste good. I'm afraid. The fear is real. I'm gonna stick a knob of butter on there. Talk about having just enough foil for the turkey. Lucky. My husband's actually fishing right now with Hamish, so he has the car, and there's no way I could have ran to the store and got more tinfoil, so that was very good. Whew. I'm gonna do a little sign really quickly, right here. I'm gonna wrap it with this koala wrapping paper. Should I do the doggy? I'm gonna do the koala. We're in Australia, right? Did my controllers just die? Okay. want to put a fire on. YouTube. Excuse me. No, 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 Coco. Coco, you can sit there for a second. We're gonna get a fireplace going. I don't have a fireplace, and it's freaking hot here in Australia, so I wouldn't want a fireplace. But I can have a pretend fireplace, right? Ads are so annoying. That just feels really nice. Anyways, okay, back to this. We're gonna wrap it, we're gonna put a bow on it, and then I'm gonna take that little wreath and put it here as well. And we'll see what it looks like. Wrap this board now. That's broken. Haven't done my exercise today. I still have to do them both. Hopefully I'll have time to do them both. Before it's late, I mean, I'm gonna do them. This is a year of keeping promises to myself. This is a year of me being consistent. This is a year of me manifesting things and making sure that they happen. Because if you can't believe yourself, can't trust yourself when you say you're gonna do something, who can you trust? You know? Really. So. I got to the point where I didn't believe myself. When I would say things, I didn't believe I would actually do it. I had no faith in myself that I was gonna follow through with what I said. And that's just not a good place to be, you know? You don't think about it. Like, I never really thought about, like, you know, you think about somebody that you're in a relationship with or a family member or whatever, you know? And you think to yourself, like, oh, like, trust is really important. But it's also, we're also in a relationship with ourselves, you know? And it's like, we have to be able to trust ourselves. And that is this year for me. Following through and being able to trust myself. Okay, then we've got our, it's very, very silly looking on the back, but that's okay. That's all right. We're just going to place this koala in here. Just going to lift up all these little pieces here. Make sure they're all lifted up nicely. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, one more right here. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to fold that down so the back doesn't come out. This might be very silly looking. I don't know, but it's such an easy fix, you know, to make. I don't really mind if it doesn't look perfect because I'm going to do something else with this frame. I just don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. There we go. So we got our little koalas. I think it's cute. It's cute. Okay. I'm just gonna put it right like that. I don't know. It's either gonna look cute or it's not. I don't think we're gonna be able to do the bow, but we can still use the burlap. Definitely not a professional job by any means on the back. But the front of it is very Australian Christmas, right? here we go. Get our turkey out and have a look at it. That's very heavy. Holy moly. That's heavy. Let's have a little peeky peek. Let's do a thermometer. So I'm supposed to stick it straight in to the thickness of the breast. And that's where we went to. We went to not cooked at all. Hardly cooked at all. So we're just basting this turkey. I just really want to get her very basted. Back in we go with the turkey. Let's move our turkey cloth. We're doing sweet potato meal. We're just gonna peel it, season it, and cook it. Holidays are so hectic, but they're worth it. I just wish that I could see my family, like my blood family, during the holidays. I don't really get to see them very often because I'm out here in Australia and my family is all in the States. So it's sad. But my husband gets to see his family and be with his family, and I get to be with them as well. So that's good. So that's all we're gonna do, and I'm gonna bake that probably about an hour before they get here. You know what I wanna do first? This is what I wanna do first. Let's do that. I really should have left this out this morning. It's kind of hard to get it out. Seasoning that we've been putting on everything. You can't even tell I'm putting it on there because it's green. I need to use this up. This might be so delicious. This might be so weird. That happens a lot in my kitchen. I don't know. I'm gonna keep this cheese out because I'm gonna grate it and put it on the top, but for now, I don't really wanna do that. I wanna put a little cream. Everyone's like team onion or team garlic. Maybe some people are like rooting for both teams, but I'm team onion, and I like garlic, but I'm team onion. All the way. I'm just gonna stick some onion. I'm gonna caramelize onions. Guys, this is getting crazy. I'm caramelizing onions, and I'm gonna slice some potatoes real thin and stick it in there. Oh, this is gonna be good. Man, when my kids are in school this next year, I'm gonna be so organized with my videos. Like, it has been so peaceful. Like, I already miss my kids, but I know I'll be busy and I'll be able to get all my stuff done, and then I'll just be able to spend time with them when they're home. How great. And I'll be able to write my books. Be very good. I write children's books, if you didn't know. I've written two from a series called The Eco Ninja. One about trees and plants and, you know, taking care of nature, etc. And one about bees, the importance of bees. They're both based off of my son Hamish. I'm just throwing the scraps away today. Yeah, they're both based off my son Hamish. Why am I doing it that way? And then I'm also doing another book right now because I'm taking a bit of a break. I've got more Eco Ninja books that I'm going to be writing. The one I'm working on now is about the ocean, but it takes me a bit longer to write these books. So I wrote a really quick, cute one because it's something that my son has been struggling with a bit, and my daughter as well. Having just, you know, negative thoughts and just kind of being hard on themselves. So I wrote a book called The Brain Boogers. Timothy Alexander Montgomery Bow and the Brain Boogers. I believe I said that right. I always get the name mixed up. Anyways, it's a little goofy, adorable, freckled, redheaded boy with he's adorable. He's adorable. I got my sample character back, and he's adorable. He's exactly what I want. Anyways, he's going to teach children about their thoughts and how they can actually be they don't have to believe everything that goes into their brain. And if they get something in their brain that they don't like, they can pick it out. Like a booger. Because it's a brain booger. I digress. I'm sorry, guys. I just get really excited and when I start talking about my children's books, but that's not what we're here about. So I want to show you that I got all of the potatoes thinly sliced, and then I decided I wanted to put them on the bottom. So I took that whole mixture out that I had put in before, put the potatoes along the bottom, and then here's what it ended up looking like at the end. We got our bird here, which we're basting again. Stick this in, see where we're at. Okay. If this was a ham, it would be good. It is not a ham. Keep going. We are almost at beef. Caramelizing onions is a definite labor of love. So I decided that I didn't have enough kitchen projects already going on, enough things baking and cooking at the same time. So I decided to make this apple raspberry crumble. It turned out okay. It wasn't my favorite, but I did do it today, so I'm going to throw it in there. I just chopped up these apples and I put them straight onto some frozen raspberries. And then the topping, I put the pie crust that I used for the banoffee pie. I did that as well, but added some oats in as well and kind of a bit more butter, and then made it more chunky on the top. Now I'm going to make I made a filling for this pie crumble as well, and it was butter, salt, flour, and a little bit of sour cream. I am on GoPilot right now. I do not have a long enough tablecloth. I have a high and low for an 8-seater tablecloth, but I can find a 6-seater, so that's what we have. And we just are using these napkins and a little bit of the ribbon there. And that's what we've got going on so far. I'll show you this way with some light behind us. That's what we got. That's our place. Of course, we've got this here. And that's what we've got. All right now I'm just mixing in some more butter in our sour cream mixture. It's kind of made like a little bit of a custard, like a sour cream custard. I like it. So I'm just gonna melt this all together. Then I'm gonna put it in with the apples and raspberries. And then we'll put the crumble on top and it will be ready to bake, and we'll bake it all up and see if it's any good. Having a total hindsight moment, I probably should have cooked the apples down a little bit in the kind of like custardy thing. But I'm not going to. I've got too many other projects that I've started that I probably shouldn't have started. So let's get this sour cream custard in to our dish. It's freezing up very nicely. It's kind of like instant cold. All right, now, and I'm just gonna kind of crunch it so like we can get like some fat bits. That's what we really want. And I'm gonna put this little beauty in to the oven. Let's close that. There we go. Bake away. Okay, now to clean up for the umpteenth time. This has been my day. Clean, mess, clean, mess. I'm gonna try to leave the turkey in there and just spoon it over while it's in there. I don't know how I would show you guys that though, but let's try. Ooh. I'm feeling. I really enjoy doing these videos on YouTube. It's kind of my passion to just be at home, to be a mother, to be, you know, present in my choices and my decisions, and just share like a really warming, loving place for family and for friends, etc. So let's just close that now. Just taking a walk right now, taking a little break. Is that another stain on my shirt? It is. Oh my gosh, I'm a mess today. Sorry. I'm taking a little break from cooking all the Thanksgiving stuff to get my walk in. Because if I don't do it, it won't happen, right? Got 20 more minutes left. And then I'll see you guys back in the kitchen to kind of show you how everything is wrapped up and come together. All right, I let the casserole bake for about 10 minutes, and then I decided to take it out, keep the lid off, and put the caramelized onions on top and mix that in, and then put the cheese and the other fried onions on top and let that really caramelize. That looks so good. I'm so happy with it. Hey guys, so the video is pretty much over now. I cannot find, I don't know if I just didn't take it and I thought I did because I was racing against time and my husband's family was coming and I had taken on a lot. And anyways, long story short, I don't have an end video of the pies. I did take a video for Instagram, and I got the apple cheddar pie and the raspberry apple crumble. So I'll put that here for you guys to see. And I also took a picture at the end of the day when everyone was there, kind of took a picture, and you can kind of see the food down the middle, but I'm so bummed out. You know what I'm most bummed out about is, first of all, I didn't even get to taste the apple. I didn't get a piece of the apple pie. I was so bummed out. Everyone loved it so much. It was such a hit. So I will definitely be making that again and be doing a recipe video for you guys with that one, along with the casserole that I did. Like, that casserole was so good. That was the best casserole I have ever made in my life. And I wrote down as I went along the way making the casserole, I wrote down everything that I was putting in it and the amounts that I was putting in, and well, an estimate of the amounts that I was putting in. And it was so good. And I will make a video for you guys of that recipe specifically because it is delicious, and I do believe that would be a really good freezer meal and that it would freeze up really well. So we will try it in a freezer meal and I will tell you guys how it freezes. Anyways, video is practically over, but we'll jump back into the last little bit that I've got on this video. And I just want to jump on and just say, I don't know, I just spaced it and apologize. All right, guys. And that's it, guys. This is the finished table before I got the food out. I actually didn't get a clip of the food all out. I was really bummed about that, hindsight. I just wanted to wish you guys all a happy Thanksgiving with your families, and hope that you get to see all of your loved ones and that you have a really special time with them. Thank you so much for joining my video. I will see you guys next time here at Project Homestead. Bye!